Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home.
Welcome to EVP Medium's Case 55, where we go to Fremont, Ohio to investigate a bar called Paisans. This opportunity was brought to us by our good friend Lori, whom you met in our Pioneer Mill investigation in Tiffin. This building has been around for a long time and has been many businesses, including other bars and even a bank. It's a 2-story structure. Upstairs are 3 apartments. One of them is empty, so we actually will be able to go up there and conclude our investigation. But we start out by introducing ourselves to the spirits. And even though we aren't using any ITC equipment and don't really expect any communication, we get some traditional EVPs. If you have your headset on, you'll be able to hear them.
But we're here to get your story. And we're hoping tonight that you will communicate with us. I'm Dave.
I'm Joyce. We're not here to judge you. We don't care what you did in life. We just want you to tell us what you need to tell us.
And it's also important that we convey to you that for those of you that want to go into the light.
Our investigation gets off to an unusual start. EVP Mediums is honored to be the subject of a short film by filmmaker Ian Kelly and his crew. So they start setting up for their filming, and we're sitting there waiting with our EMF meters. You'll see we start to get some activity, and we also get what we believe are traditional EVPs. We believe because of the content, but there was some background noise. We hadn't had a clear set, but you listen and you decide.
Oh, good job. That's a great job. Good. Can you make that light up again? Yeah. You know, that's a battery backup.
Yeah, the fact that you said it crept up.
I mean, it took forever. Shelley and I begin our first ITC session in the area of the bar where patrons and workers have seen an apparition of a female pacing back and forth.
There we go. Hello?
What's your name? Do you need help?
Who is making these devices go off?
Sometimes when we conduct an investigation, for whatever reason, a spirit takes an interest in a particular team member. But in this case, that team member was not on our team. It was a member of Ian Kelly's crew.
Is that your best friend?
How many of you are here? I hear a lot of different voices. How many are here? Well, my name is Shelley, and this is Joyce over here. Can you please tell me your name? Who asked for help?
To the sonar.
The
moment that David turns off the ITC software, we pick up this really amazing Class A EVP from a woman that sounds really, really desperate. And she's saying, keep trying. It's very, very challenging.
Switch this on. Switch this on. We're going to try a different software program, might be easier for you. We really would like to communicate with you, so it's important for you to give us your names.
You see here that I tell the spirits that it's important for them to give us their name. Now what's interesting is apparently a spirit just came into the room or was just now paying attention, because here is evidence of how spirits communicate with each other in the spirit world, not just to us via EVP or ITC. You actually hear spirits communicating to each other, and one wants to know what my name is.
It's important for you to give us your names.
What is your name? Stephen? Nice talking to you, Stephen. Dave. Who asked for help?
What's your name? Patrick?
Yes.
Yes, Patrick?
I thought I heard him say he's excited.
Are you excited? When Joyce asked, why are you still here, the answer that we got was simply astounding. Does it support the Catholic doctrine of purgatory here on the earth plane?
Why are you hanging out here?
How many
Why are you hanging out here? So that we know that you're hearing us and you're answering our question. Can you repeat Candy Cane? I heard Candy. I heard phone.
phone? Technology.
Okay, let's try another validation. Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up?
There's no one. Okay, we heard that. What would you like us to know? Do you want to be crossed over?
If we open the light tonight, do you want to go through? Yes, please. But we are going to cross you over before we leave tonight. Or this morning, I guess. Hang around. We knew we were getting a lot of communication in this location, so we took a short break and we added Randy to this next session. Sucks? What sucks?
You know, a lot of you were here when I came in earlier, and you were back in this area. Maybe you could tell us your names.
When we arrived at Paisans and I walked in, I was way overwhelmed with the amount of spirits that were in that building. It was almost as if it was crowded. And as you can see from the video, there were a lot of names mentioned in our ITC sessions.
Hail Mary? Did you hear Hail Mary?
It's over.
Who's lighting this up?
Is that you guys making the noise upstairs?
That was
Who's upstairs?
Matt?
Matt? Help?
Hey, Matt, tell me more. Tell me why you're here.
Who keeps turning the lights on here at night?
For those of you who watch a lot of our episodes, you know we do a lot of ITC communication, but we really want to get back to our namesake and do a few more traditional EVP sessions, and we're really rewarded here. The EVPs in this session that we're actually doing the playback are really clear, and there's one at the end where a spirit actually identifies herself as being from the light.
Children here.
Yes. Hear that?
Our next session takes place down in the basement. The people who work at this bar feel unease when they go downstairs, like somebody's watching them. So as we all traipse down this wooden staircase to the creepy basement, including Ian's film crew, we do feel a darker energy there, and the intelligent responses that we get are much darker. We get a lot of get out, and we get some profanity.
Is there someone down here that wants to talk or communicate? I touched him. What's my name? David, hear it? I would like some help here. Can you, again, for validation, can you say the word, let's try Kentucky. Can you say Kentucky, please? Hello? Who's angry? How many spirits are in this room right now? How many are down in the basement? Is there someone here that's angry? Is there someone here that's angry?
Who's angry here?
Who are we talking to? Jerry? Maxine? Bishop. How many fingers am I holding up? No. How
That's
many
the wrong
fingers?
answer.
Yeah, I'm David. Who is this? I warn you. Who warns me? I hear what I thought.
I think I heard it a little bit.
I did too. I heard it before.
A bit ago.
When I watch the videos.
I just heard David. Who's calling my name? Who is this? Who is this?
There's something we can help with?
Ben. Repeat your name.
Ben,
Try to manipulate and show yourself in the screen, please.
whatever version you want to show us.
Get on with it.
Who doesn't want us down here? What's your name? Jack.
Now we kept getting the name Jack, and then we would get the name Benny. It's at this point that the staff members of the bar, Shar, Crystal, and Lori, who were with us in the basement, bring to our attention that years ago, the bar actually was called Jack and Benny's.
Is this Jack from Jack and Benny's? Or is this Benny? Are you trying to tell us that you used to own this bar?
Ben?
Okay, if this is related to that, I want you to say Jack followed by Ben quickly. Let's hear you say Jack and then Ben. Ben.
I think Jack was right before
I think it was
Jack was
too.
before it,
like
yeah.
a female.
Jack, thank you. Now say Ben. Ben.
Ben. There you go.
Awesome. How many fingers am I holding up? 4.
4.
How many now?
Oh,
Yeah. How many now? Dave.
Dave.
You can answer in Spanish.
Call me a bitch. To whoever's trying to scare me, you're not doing it, okay? I'm not afraid of you.
Why are you trying to scare him?
Does I have a message? What's the message? David, yeah?
Idiot?
I'm an idiot?
I hear Gary again.
I think you're upset because we're going to help some spirits here, and you don't like that because I think you're a bully. And you want them to be here because you're controlling them. Stop. Why? Because I'm telling the truth?
I think you need to engage Ben and Jack.
Jack, if you're here, I want you to say Jack.
Benny.
How many spirits are in the basement right now with us? I'm going to help you. I want to help you. How many spirits are here? 10? I'm going to walk over into this room.
watch it.
Yes, I hear you.
Hello?
Come out and talk to us, please. I will help you. I promise I will help you. What's in this room? How many of you are over here?
Just think it out.
Is this someone's space down here that you're claiming for your own? It's important you understand that. What's that say on the wall over there? What's that say? Whose name is on that wall? Oh, yeah. You hear that? What's the last name? Barnett.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going out.
Get out. You hear that?
You want us out? Why do you want us out?
Did you hear it say get out?
As we were preparing for our next ITC session, the REM pod that had been sitting on the table, and you'll notice it in the first session behind me, had been sitting on the table and had not been going off, starts going off. And so it got our attention, and we hurried to set up and started filming. The responses we got were amazing. We typically don't get this kind of interaction with the REM pod, and this is the first time I've ever seen it live where questions were being asked and answers were being given via the REM pod. It's amazing.
Okay. Try to form words. Tell us your name. Who are you? Are the two of you sitting at that table? Yes? If you're female, can you try to light up only one light, maybe the green light if you're female? just the green light. If you just put your energy slightly towards it, it'll light the green.
Does that red light mean you're a male? Light up just the red if you're a male.
Yeah, you're a male. You see it stayed on a little bit longer. Okay, if you're a Benny, light them all up. That's the most active we've seen in a long time.
So this next clip, we're in the back of the bar and Dave's starting an ITC session, and we hear them say his name, and then something pretty vulgar, and then I hear my name, and I react, huh? And looking at it later, we realize they weren't talking to Dave, they were talking to me.
What is your name? Yeah, I'm Dave. Who's this? Who's touching the REM pod? Who was touching the REM pod? Tell me your name, please. What's your name? Notice how we started communication REM pod.
Can you try lighting it up again for us?
Thank you. That's good.
Light up the red one now. Can you light up the red?
I don't say light. Okay, I want you to do me a favor, please. Say REM pod. Please. Say REM pod.
In our final ITC session, we do indeed go upstairs to the empty apartment. It's an entirely separate living space and has an outside entrance. We had, as we were setting up for our ITC sessions in the bar, heard footsteps in this empty hallway, somebody with boots, and I thought it was just a resident since there are 2 other apartments, but no, it was the empty apartment, and it was in fact the hallway in which we end up doing several sessions. We weren't sure what we were going to find up there, especially with Randy's impressions.
On the afternoon of this investigation, knowing that we were going to be out all night, I came home and took a nap. During that nap, I had kind of an unusual sense of a dream that involved a gunshot. And it bothered me quite a bit throughout the day. And in the evening, just before we left to go on the investigation, I told Dave that I heard some shots, and I wasn't exactly sure if it was all about the bar itself, but I felt pretty strongly that it was. When we got to the bar and I did my initial interview with the staff, they told me and informed me that the apartment above, that is currently empty, did have a resident there that committed suicide by gun. That was pretty disturbing to me, to the point that I didn't even want to go up to that apartment because I could already sense how depressing and down it was going to be.
5 in the morning, isn't it?
It is, but well, he didn't stop and go to our bar, so. That goes down if you take it all the way down.
Now, what you're about to see is pretty incredible in the fact that, if transcribed correctly, it shows that spirits do have the ability to affect equipment.
Pretty scary.
Well, it's
This is how you turn it on, and it's not turning on. Okay, who was walking in the hallway? Matt. Norm? You saw what? Bill? Wait, give us the name of who died in this apartment, please.
Okay, we're going to go into this other room. What would you like us to know about this room here? Anything? Okay. We're right underneath the light. I'm going to move away. Looks like we have electrical interference on that.
Hard to tell. Whose bedroom was this? Heard Matt again.
Matt? Matt?
The old lady?
Old lady, what? Who's the old lady?
What's the old lady's name? Connie? Oh.
Did an old lady live here in this apartment? Okay, how many spirits are here with us right now? Can you give us a number?
4 of them?
And I'm holding up how many fingers?
Are you telling Matt to answer?
The old lady? What about the old lady? Okay, Matt, I'm going to ask you again. How did you die? Okay, we're going to walk into the hallway. This is where we heard somebody walking before. And we've got a little activity on EMF. Not good? Why is that not good?
Somebody communicated to Randy. Somebody killed themselves in this apartment. Who was that?
As you recall, early in the presentation, we got a Class A EVP from a spirit or woman who identifies herself as Annie from the light. Keeping that message in mind, what you're about to hear is very compelling about the purgatory on earth. Is Annie that the spirits are speaking about here? Are they making reference to Annie of the light?
We know you're sad.
Why are you hanging out here?
Is there somebody here who needs help?
Now, coming up, you're going to see again evidence of the intelligence of what we're communicating with. These spirits actually are aware that there are 5 living beings in the room, and they also seem to be aware that we are filming the event.
Loud music. Do you hear the music from the bar at night? At night? Did you used to hang out there? Or did you work there?
Now, earlier we get the name Matt, and we make the assumption that Matt was the person who committed suicide in the upstairs apartment. Here there's evidence that his name was Mark, based upon the communication that we're receiving.
Hey Matt, if there's something else you want to tell us or want us to know, now's the time to do it. We're going to be wrapping up. We were told that there were children here. Are there children upstairs? How many children?
I went upstairs. About 9. Around 9. Grandmas. Grandchildren.
Due to the distance to Fremont, we ran ahead and did the crossover ceremony on our first visit. As you know, we usually like to do this on a second visit because we have more information on the spirits that we're trying to cross. In this case, though, early in the morning, we went ahead and did the session. We used the SB7. The communication we got wasn't as clear as we've gotten in the past, but we do feel like some spirits crossed to the light.
The light, but it's important that you think of God. The crossover only works if we're sincere. Think about really genuinely in your heart trying to help the spirits return home to the light. So all you need to do is concentrate on that light, concentrate on them going home. Father, we come to you and we ask you to open your light. We pray to you, Lord, that you will help these spirits, help them return home. We ask for, Lord, you to give them mercy. Bring your children home. Those that see the light, can you help us by telling us what you're seeing? You see the light. Yes? Thank you, Father. Tell us what you see. Was that thank you? Exciting? I heard thank you. Do you see the light? You exercise that free will by not crossing over. And now we are giving you a chance. Tell us what you see. Nothing for you to do. Go home where you can be reborn again. The names that we got: Jack, Ben, Matt, Annie, Dan. We pray to you, Lord, that you will bless everyone in this room. Keep them safe. Keep the family. Keep everyone home
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay